Hello, hello, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in for another interview here on King Solomon Entertainment, the Cultural Scribe platform, which is our artist platform, where we bring to you wonderful, wonderful content of empowering artists, industry oriented artists, from everything from producing, writing, from behind the scenes. We thank you guys so much for tuning in for another interview today with another great industry giant that's joining us. But before we do that, we have to ask you guys to make sure you guys share this video. Make sure you guys subscribe. The links are in the comments. Make sure you guys definitely subscribe Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Make sure you guys share this video. We really appreciate it. Another great interview coming for you today. You will not be disappointed. And so we are also asking you guys to make sure you guys check out our official website, kingsolomonentertainment.tv, and connect with us. Our email address is on there. And if you want to be a guest on the Culture Scribe or have your artist on the Culture Scribe, please reach out to us. Let us know. Without further ado, we're going to get right into our interview today with an industry giant. He is managing partner, BEO, DBI, ATU, and Xyion. We're so happy to have with us today, Mr. Adrian Miller.
Lovely introduction, man. I appreciate it. Nice to be here, Mr. King Solomon.
Man, thank you so much, Adrian, for coming on. I was so privileged to come across you, of course, as you know, at the Hip Hop Mental Health Summit during the BET experience. Amazing, mind-blowing, life-changing. Then I learned that you had such a rich history and background in music, marketing, and so many other things, and how you have advocated and touched so many lives in the industry and what you do. So please share with us. Let's get started on who Adrian Miller is, what you do, how did you get started with what you're doing today?
How about we cut the fat meat and we'll let the people do what they do best, and that's do the research.
That's it.
That's how much I like to sit behind the scenes and let people kind of do a little bit of homework when they want to figure out what's good. I'll say, for the youngsters, I'm on Instagram, Adrian_Miller. And for the adults, you can Wikipedia me. As you say, Google me. I'll be all right. But I wanted to just connect dots with you because, it's all too often we miss and I said this to you earlier, so I apologize again.
Yes.
For my tardiness. But I take what you're doing as seriously as you take it, King Solomon.
Yes.
If nothing else, it's because you are a bridge of information. You are all things working at one time versus a song that comes out and then we hear it and then it goes away, or we can go back and restream that particular song. You have several songs in this catalog, because you have my songs and all the songs of the other people that you've interviewed as well. So I think that the job of the urban griots and narrators and the people who are telling our messages the right way and an appropriate outlet for us, your own outlet is appropriate for us. I just encourage you to keep going, man. And I know that soon come, I'll have a conversation with somebody like Denzel and he'd be like, oh man, I saw you interview with King Solomon. I'll be like, yeah, I did that too. Shout out to you, man, and everything you're doing and everybody who participated. So I encourage everybody, if they get a chance to speak with you, you're articulate, you're a professional, consummate professional. And this is just the kind of place that we need to be and we can call home and feel like we can bring more to. So that's my introduction.
Yes. No, we definitely expanded. It's been wonderful. We do a lot of stuff, and we also now on NAB Radio, nabradio.com. So syndicated over 40 plus stations. So we're growing and we're getting ready to stream really soon. So we're doing our thing, and I'm so grateful. And I always, have a full circle moment when I meet people like you that are just doing what they do. And so, please, how did you get started in the music industry to begin?
I'm a fan of music, man. Like most people, my parents always had me listening to something. My aunt and uncle always had me listening to something. So, it went from, this song and I didn't know that song, and it turned into a dance and I didn't know that dance, and by the end of the song I learned to dance and I knew the song. So just being a fan, I guess, of music, and then collecting music and realizing that I could also, I had a talent for the arts. I won't say I was the best singer or the most dynamic MC or best breaker, but I just had a dynamic for it. And I was better than most. And so, you know, in trying to be supreme or the next wave of what's to come, you tend to learn that there are others out there who actually have a gift way far greater than yours. And, you know, I don't say that to disencourage anybody's dreams and hopes, but I also want them to know that sometimes the dream of you being a star, that's not a dream of you being the star.
Mm-hmm.
But there, you know, when you look up in the ocean of the universe above us, there's millions of stars in the galaxy. So why not dream to be amongst them? You know what I mean? Like whether or not you're going to be the next Jay-Z, I can't say, or Rihanna, I can't be the person who say that. But I am the person who helps those that are. So my job is to really help reinforce a little latitude of levity. When I say to people, hey, you're not exactly it, it doesn't mean I don't think you can't make it. It just means maybe I'm encouraging you that we should figure out another wave of what it is you do. Maybe you're a great digital marketing specialist. Maybe you're a publisher. Maybe you could do graphics at the level that you haven't honed into your skill set well enough. Lazy doesn't get us there, you know, suffice that it takes us a lesson or two to get us there. And I'm trying to be a glossary or an encyclopedia Britannica for people who want to learn the lessons today.
Wow, amazing. So what is Xyion message? What are you trying to get across to the people? Because you seem to me, when I hear you, you seem so innovative. You seem so cutting edge, like we have to catch up. You know what I'm saying? So if you could articulate it to where, like a lot of us who's catching up, trying to get it, what is the message for coming from Xyion?
I mean, you know, the company itself is about being a cog in the wheel of spokes. I mean, I just talked about the galaxy. You know, Xyion taking literally is most high, you know, from the figure of. I could not grab Zion and I left alone to know that X and Y make the same sound as Z when you put them together. And I'm the X and Y generation of ions that have zapped into the Z factor here. And so for the generations, I hope to be able to stay afloat. I hope to be relevant. I hope to innovate. I pray that we can be support, you know, ground one for support. You know, it's about teaching the exchange of our arts. It's about creating the narrative. It's about protecting our culture. And, you know, Xyion for me is the center of the wheel that allows the spokes to attach so that we can roll.
Wow. So where do you start? Like where do artists start? Where do one who say, well, from what you're saying, I believe I could use your services. Where do I start? How do one even get started?
I think it all starts with me, okay, with the headache of studying your craft. Not the headache, the homework of studying your craft. I want artists to do the homework. If you want to be on the radio, you don't just walk down to the radio station and say, put me on the air. You intern, you graduate, you take your best foot forward and you learn and you educate. There are these things that call books. Everything's not on the internet. And so I recommend studying what the greats do to become great. That's not a problem when they're your extension is as far as your library is reach. So I say the homework starts in learning what it is that your craft is. By the time you are a success, everything's going to come to you, not the other way around. I see so many people working backwards trying to take the shortcut to success. And, you know, that's just like a needle in a haystack. You're never going to find that success. So something a little bit more realistic. If you are 100% on the gift looking for a shortcut, somebody who outworks you at 50% of the gift can actually get there faster. Yeah. And I'm about finding efficient flyers, people who understand that the danger is not in working hard, but in having an aptitude to study your craft You know, it's so many people that are rappers but know nothing about hip hop.
Mm.
You know, so I'm here to help where I can. But you know, I'm at an age as well where I understand people don't want to listen to this old fogey speak about the days of yester. You
Yeah.
know, so it's all good. It works both ways because I don't like talking for free. How about that?
But no, you have a great success record, and so you have a lot of knowledge, and the people who you have helped even credit you as being very the one who have done that, added value to their life, and they recognize that your help did make a difference in their lives. Speaking of that, at the Hip Hop Summit of Mental Health, how did that even come about? Because you mentioned you was an advocate for those in that space, and so how did that even come about?
Well, I mean, of course, I think indirectly, directly, we all have a point in our life where we go through something that's in the mental health arena. Um, and I just like to say that, you know, we didn't speak enough about the wellness factor there. And the wellness factor, thanks to Tina Marie Tyler, shout her out. It was really about what can we do and how do you, with these resources that we have in place, because if you noticed in the audience, there were resources in place. So it was really about activations of being able to say, okay, you you got to sneeze, here's a Kleenex. You got an issue, here's a psychologist. You got, you know what I mean? Like have a professional address professional things. And I was asked to come on board with that because it's a program put together from the Universal Hip Hop Museum that's being built in Brooklyn. I mean, excuse me, in the Bronx. Why did I just say Brooklyn? Because I'm in LA.
Forgive me, please.
Yeah, so I'm a part of the Universal Hip Hop Museum.
Okay.
I am not just a part of it, I am on the advisory board.
Okay.
And I speak very much about how the inception of hip hop has brought us to the point where we are going to have our own Smithsonian. And it is called the Universal Hip Hop Museum. And it is not just about us going through it, looking at it, going through it, and saying, okay, that was great. We had a good time. It's also about us doing outreach. And this program was one of the outreach programs put together by Tina Marie Tyler. And so, you know, she had questioned whether or not she should do it. And I was like, you absolutely better do it. And I'm glad she did because it brought you and I here right now. So, you know,
absolutely.
Yeah.
No, it was amazing. And the fact that when we occupy these spaces, and even when you brought together full circle, the artist that needs it and anyone who's dealing in stress or any level of professionalism, what do you do when you when you need it and you don't have the resources that you need to navigate through it? And so not just for artists but anyone who's challenged in mental health, from the work we do and how stressful it is to be successful. And you also mentioned posts, them when they stop doing music, how to cope with that and how when their popularity kind of diminish, and how to deal with all that. So it's a lot of stuff there. So we really unpacked a lot, and it was really life changing. And so I was so excited to be there. And Nick Cannon, who kind of curated it along with you guys, did a wonderful job. And it was definitely needed. The world needed to hear that message because I don't think it's just a trend. It's something that is definitely a part of our community that's not going nowhere. And we need to, like you say, create these spaces to where people can get help when they need it at all stages.
Where do you find most of your listeners are from, by the way?
Since I've been on NAB, it's all over. I know NAB was birthed out of New York and the UK. So it's millions now. We talk about as far as my listeners on YouTube, maybe anywhere from 25 to 35, 45 up in there.
Okay. Well, right on. Yeah. I was just curious because this isn't something that I take lightly. Yeah. So I don't like to skim over when we start to talk about the health of others and how we can be of service to one another. So, I think it's just a matter of having a person you can speak to and having an outlet when you're going through any troubles and times. I always suggest prayer first because, a lot of shortcuts could come through Most High. You'll hear me say that several times. It's always put God first. And then you may need someone on the ground, bootstraps on the ground, that can potentially help you. My services start with the artists that are, assigned with opportunities, that are in the limelight, that are looking for a voice and someone to speak to. So that's what the mental health and wellness program was set up for through Universal Hip Hop Museum and the Grammy Museum. That's why you saw us there, is that we wanted to help our brothers and sisters that may be having a hard time when in fact everyone thinks that it's all, cream and daisies. Not necessarily. So if you heard the discussion, we didn't point out any names, but we opened up the floodgates for anybody and everyone.
Amazing. You also have a background in marketing. I look at your website, phenomenal, by the way. The graphics and the way it's set up is like I say, it's cutting edge. It's really nice, really nice. So, how do you get into marketing?
Well, I think that marketing is important to understand. I got into marketing by default in terms of marketing records and artists. I was an on-air talent on the radio, DJ, disc jockey. I went from that into working for a street teaming marketing service company. And so in graduating past that, I've had an opportunity to work at every record label. And not every record label, I take that back. I worked at several record companies. And in working for them, you learn different things. And I'm a curious seeker like yourself. I like to talk and interview people and figure out how do we make ourselves, great. And in that time frame, when I was really doing a lot of push at different labels, it was about being competitive and the competitive spirit of going against other companies when in fact we were all doing something culturally that we didn't even understand. And that was by us being competitive within our own spirit, we created this genius culture called hip hop. And we started it in the United States and it reached out globally. So marketing of that was something that we started in our own. Usually, it starts in your own backyard. Because when I was in Tulsa going to school, I did it there. When I was in LA, I did promotions and marketing services here. So for me, it's about innovation and learning how to cut to the chase. So as we graduated in hand-to-hand informational, handing out flyers, it went into emailing flyers and creating websites. And I like to think that I lead by example. So a lot of people tell me how great their music is and how incredible they are as a artist. But then I say, well, what's it like at home for you? How's your home? Are you doing all this and holding the home set together? Because then I know you're an incredible person. And it takes an incredible individual and a human to be the next wave of what it is to come. You will find that the shortcomings show themselves so fast. Money can't buy you to be a better person. It just cannot. You have to practice at that, and practice makes perfect. So the fundamentals of washing dishes, making your bed, being kind, that transcends to people like me. And, in saying that, so if an artist is telling me, oh, I'm all about innovations and blockchain and cryptocurrency, I'm like, let me see your website. I want to know what it is you really do. So when we talk about media, you're speaking to somebody who I don't really talk about it. I just be about it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing. And then, because if you get lost doing the work, then it's more easier to articulate what you've done than to simply talk about what you haven't done all the time. People tend to do that because they think they're, skimming by just sounding like they got it all together. But when you're doing the work, you actually is doing it, and you have done once you've done it. So just puts you in a better advantage to just do the work, So that's amazing. It's amazing. So what now that you have done all this and you have created such a global platform for hip hop that covers an array of topics, what's next? What do you think you can do to empower the artists, to empower those who work in hip hop, from artistry to behind the scenes to media? Like what is the next thing, next focus?
I mean, man, we're building a hip hop museum. Can you dig it? That's next. That's next. A real, not not something that you can just go down the street and look at and not have your mind blown, but something that is going to make you proud to be a part of. And, you're going to leave here wanting to know how to be an MC. You're going to leave this facility thinking you can rap and make beats.
Mm-hmm.
If he did it, I can do it. If she did it, I can do it. That's going to be the mentality that we push through the youth. And that's what I want. I'm currently music supervising the Wu-Tang Clan series. And, talk about coming full circle from working with the guys from RZA, working with him. I've music supervised with him. I've worked with Loud Records in the inception of the Wu-Tang Clan. So it's just an amazing thing to be looking over at some of my best friends and, King Tech and Sway. I got interviewed on Sway the other day. I never had an interview on Sway.
Wow.
I was on Sway in the morning, so I guess that'll air soon.
Yeah.
Is this live? Are we live right now?
Yeah, we're live, but it's definitely going to be uploaded everywhere after we're done.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure because I was going to send the link around to a few people.
Yeah, we're live on Facebook and YouTube right now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Carol, give me the I guess I need the link so I can.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was just like, at this point in my career, I just really enjoy bringing joy, and I try to find it in the smallest points of rational thought process, because even now I felt really bad being late for this. I was like, yo, I can't be late for King Solomon. I just was like, dude, you could be L.A. Reid tonight. I don't know.
Yeah, you good.
But I'm just like, it's so important for us to embrace each other and really support one another, because, dude, I'm one of many. And I pray that, there are so many more people to come that get it, that we are a family and we got to support one another. So that's what I'm here to do. I have a different kind of support system. It works at a different, sense of frequency, and I'm at a different layering than most people who've done it, because I've been doing this, at my age for plus 25 years. But I love it. I go back each and every year, not because it's more money, but because I really love what I do. So I think if I can just ride out into the sunset, having done this, I'm all right.
That's so good. So please let people know how they can connect with you, how they can, service you, what you're all about, and how they can just, connect with you, and you could start to make a difference in their life. And
what can I do when I say, please check me out on King Solomon Entertainment's podcast. You can send him everything, and if he likes it, he'll send it to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about that?
Okay, that's wonderful. So what's next for Xyion besides the Smithsonian? Anything coming up as far as music? Anything coming up as far as any more summits, any more panels?
I mean, it's hard to say, but I can introduce you to artists like Booty Music, Black Hero. There's a new project coming from Anderson .Paak. There's probably an album from Mariba in the works that will be out very soon. And just on the music front, those are the things that I get super excited about. I have loads of artists that I'm working with through the Static, Cassowary. I don't want to miss a beat and miss anyone. Gumbo has a new project out as of, what's today, Friday? Gumbo's project came out on Wednesday. So that dropped this week. So if you pay attention to my site, you check me out on, the gram, I'm usually updating everything. It's a lot, I keep up with trying to really make a difference. And it's not just about the music, it's about the whole environment, and so I'm interested in what we are doing on a global scale. Mm-hmm. I'm interested in how we obtain more opportunities. So, I always embrace the youth. And so in that, there's so much countless opportunities and innovations. And so I'm open to suggestion.
No, it's amazing. And again, even just listening to you talk. And again, a lot of people say, well, you know what? I don't know. But it just seems like I need to know this guy, who this guy is. And that's the wonderful thing. You keep people on the edge of their seats. And you just definitely a pipeline of just information and just life-changing, whatever it is you want to do. Like you say, once you figured out what it is you want to do and who you are. And so we all on this journey. But I just think that, how you display it, it just makes you want to, like, it's infectious almost. So I'm excited that we connected.
I'll add that I'm getting an honorary doctorate from Livingstone College this month.
Congratulations.
We're going to create the Adrian M. Conservatory of Frequency and Harmony.
Wow.
Study of business and entertainment.
Wow. That
will be at Livingstone College, where you can actually get your degree from me.
Wow.
And, I'm going to keynote speak this year. That's a surprise. So not many people know that. But if they're listening to your podcast, they're going to find out.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's the exclusive for 2023 graduates. And then this program will be open in 2023. And we will expect to have, people signed up in college for your degree. You can be like me when you grow up, for real now. And then the School of Music will be the conservatory of the title I just gave. So, I did that in honor of my son. So I want to be in a place where, you look up in another 10 years, Solomon, and you can say, that guy, he did everything he said he would do.
No, amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. And so congratulations on everything, and just continue to be great and continue doing what you're doing. I would love to have everybody you mentioned to come on the platform. I'll reach out to Miss Carol to see what the scheduling is for all those wonderful artists.
Miss Carol, yes, that's the hand over here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Miss Carol, she make it happen for sure. And so, anything as far as Wu-Tang, I'm here. We could bring Wu-Tang on. That'll be life changing for the platform.
They are in tour, and I am working on the television show.
Yeah.
So, have you seen the show?
Oh my! That first season. Oh yeah, the docu that they released. I think about 8 to 10 episodes. They released some episodes, right?
So we're up in season 3 right now.
Wow. So is that on Hulu, right? Hulu.
Yeah.
Hulu. Yeah. Oh my God, that was amazing.
So that's what I'm working on right now. Is make sure that the music comes together there with King Tech and the team over there. RZA just put us in position. Was just like, yo, go ahead and do y'all thing. So we doing that.
The look, it was believable. It was great. I mean, the detail, everything. I was glued in. I watched the whole series, the whole first season. I think I seen 1. I don't know about the 2, but I gotta definitely catch up. Yeah, for sure. I seen the first season. That was amazing, man. Ooh, what a struggle, But it's a beautiful struggle,
Yeah.
A beautiful struggle. Yeah.
So that's what's up with me. Yeah. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, man. And enjoy a great rest of your day. I'll be in contact and surely have you back. Anything else you have coming up, we'd love to have you on talk about. And of course, connect with you real soon. Thank you so much.
So make sure you send us the link so we can promote it. Yeah.
I will so much. Thank you so much. Okay, cool. Adrian Miller, guys, thank you so much. King Simon Entertainment, the Cultural Scribe. Make sure you share, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear from you. Great to have him on today. Until next time, guys. Thank you so much to Cultural Scribe here on King Solomon Entertainment. Thank you guys so much.